Hey man, what's happening? It's your boy Skrilla, man. Shout out to I Said It, the celebrity interviewer. You dig what I'm talking about, man. Sponsored by
What up? It's Dead Wild, music exec, music manager, entrepreneur. Yo, shout out to the celebrity interviewer. I Said It, the show.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I am Chicago's own national award-winning spoken word artist, Just Mike the Poet. I'm here to give a shout out to celebrity interviewer I Said It the Poet.
What's happening? It's your boy Cam Jones, man. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer I Said It show.
Yo, it's the originator Jazzo, y'all. Make this real quick, man. Shout out to I Said It Management. Doing it big.
I talk to you, man. Like, over the years, I see you everywhere, at every major event, covering every major thing, always supporting every artist that you encounter. So, definitely don't want this time to pass without saying thank you for always being a support to any and everybody that's coming in and out of Chicago. We definitely appreciate you.
Tune in. I'll be with the celebrity interviewer I Said It the Poet for the I Said It show.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Dean Most Photography giving a big shout out to my main man, celebrity interviewer I Said It the Poet.
What up, it's your boy Dave Tolliver from the legendary Minute Large, and right now you're checking out the celebrity interviewer I Said It the show, baby. Yeah, it's all being brought to you by
My name is Celebrity Interviewer I Said It, and I approve this message. Subscribe today.
Peace and blessings. Hey, I definitely want to welcome y'all back. Man, it's been a while though, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm back. I want to welcome you back to Celebrity Interviewer I Said It, and you already know this is the show. And this is why I bring you the greatest and best interviews from people that's in the entertainment industry, people that's in media, along with people around the community that's been building around the world. And this beautiful woman to my right, maybe to my left, whatever the side of the world you may be watching us from today, man, I have a legend, and she's having to be a friend of mine. So I'm super grateful and excited. I'm all the way turned up right now. But let me tell you exactly who this beautiful woman is. Now I'm gonna take a deep breath for this because it's a lot. There's a lot. So check it out. First, I want to say she was just recently awarded with the 2023 Telly Awards as Best Artist, Producer, and Director of the song "One Last Bell to Answer." Man, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Then let it be known too, this is the woman behind the song Turn It Up for the famous movie. Y'all know the movie, A Low Down Dirty Shame. You know, we grew up on that. Man, this movie, she was on the movie soundtrack and it earned a gold plaque, which was actually produced by the super producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Man, that is crazy. And let it be known, her single Turn It Up was also used for an Xbox Dead or Alive Xtreme beach volleyball game. Now, how many people out there can say that they songs and music is playing on Xbox? The only other person I know that's playing on Xbox and PlayStation is Roy Ayers. You know what I'm saying? That's greatness. So this woman is nothing but shortness, nothing short of greatness. She's actually a legend from Harvey, Illinois, multiple award-winning artist, Amazon #1 UK charted gospel, neo soul, rock, and jazz, plus rhythm and blues singer and songwriter. Man, and her song Let It Be Known was topped 100, topped #1 on Billboard. So, with that being said, I'd like to welcome to the show Renee Not Freeman, aka the one and only Raja-Nee. Peace, Queen, and welcome to the show.
Hey, I gotta do a correction right there. It was in Billboard Top 100 songs. Turn It Up was.
Oh, Top 100, right?
Yeah, Top 100.
Okay, absolutely. Top 100. That's greatness already. Not many people can say that neither. But I appreciate the correction. I try to get it right.
We're all good. We're all good.
Absolutely. Now you look great. Again, I appreciate your time today. I know you're a busy woman. You stay and live in the studio. You constantly making music, making hits. You know what I'm saying? And you stay on the charts all around the world, from the UK back to America. So, you know what I mean? Again, I'm just grateful for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I said it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And thank you for everybody that's checking in. So without a doubt, first, let me share all these great comments that's coming in of people that's pulled up to show you love today. So I'm going to start right here. This is actually one of my friends, Flawless Dreams, who's out of Florida.
Come through, Flawless. We appreciate it.
Yeah, if you know it, this is definitely going to be a great show. Shout out to Lily the Goddess, Flawless Dreams. She says she's very excited. Man, we got a legend that just checked in. The one and only Keith Gilchrist.
That's right, the jazz man. That's it.
Yeah, the jazz man is in the house. Peace, King. Let's see who else we got. Who else we have? Be Not said, hey, Keith.
That's my sister.
Okay, peace, Queen.
They haven't
checked. How are you? That's polite.
Absolutely.
I'm good. How are you? Good, a little tired, but good. Okay. Same here. Okay. Brother. Yes, sir. Like I say, salute. I had a chance to, thanks to you, was able to feature Keith on an episode, a past episode where all three of you all, and if you can help me out, who was the third legend that was there too?
It was actually two more. So it was John the St. Morris, and it was also Wilfred Ninja.
Yes, absolutely. That was such a great day. I'm very grateful. Anytime you can have four legends on your platform, to celebrate.
I have to give a shout out right here to my 8-year-old great nephew. His name is Carter. I promised I would shout him out. I'm shouting you out. You won't have school tomorrow. You stand up late hanging with your auntie. So I appreciate you.
Right. Absolutely. But let's get this started then. Everybody is definitely in the house. Make sure you all are sharing this video, you know what I mean? Because what we're doing right here again today, just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, we are celebrating the legendary Raja-Nee, multiple award-winning charted Billboard artist. So first, I just always like to start Raja-Nee by just asking the guests, like, how's your day so far?
My day is sometimes it's busy, but today was kind of laid back, so it was nice today. I have no complaints about anything at all.
Okay, that's good business. That's good business. You know, we just got to take it in stride. You know what I mean? Life throws all types of obstacles at us. You know what I mean? And what people fail to understand sometimes, like the more success you have, it seems like the more obstacles and challenges come with it. So that's just what it is.
That's very true.
You know, but I love it. You know, we still grateful all the time. So you know, this is what we signed up for. So you know, that's why all eyes is on you right now. And with that being said, you know, for those that don't know, I think I mentioned it actually in the introduction, saying where you were from. But I also asked like, where are you originally from, and just tell the people, you know, what that means to you to be from where you from.
Okay, so I was actually born in Chicago Heights, Illinois, and my
Okay,
parents.
me too.
My parents moved when I was 3, so I'm a Harvey Knight. You know, I'm from Harvey. I mean, stump down Harvey all the way. Harvey.
Okay. Salute. Shout out to Harvey World and all my peoples out there. Shout out to my cousin Corey who's still out there, you know what I'm saying, holding it down.
And
So
to my
yeah.
gotta holler at my Thornton Wildcats. Gotta give them a shout out.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to my cousin TJ, he from Harvey, and the rest of my family over there. But yeah, that's awesome. And you know, Harvey has become a very popular suburb to where it has featured a lot of great people have come out of the city of Harvey. You know what I mean? But it's often overlooked. So what does it mean to you to represent Harvey World?
I
Doing
mean,
and becoming all that you have become.
that's all I know. I mean, there are so many talented recording artists from Harvey. You have Selena Johnson, you have the Day, you have I think LaShawn Mitchell is from out that way. It's quite a few people. So I'm just glad to be a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? I loved growing up in Harvey. I mean, my dad worked really hard to make sure that we had a nice home in Harvey. So I love everything there is to love about Harvey.
I heard that. I heard that. And shout out to Chicago Heights. Salute to everybody from the Chi Heights who will see this in the future. You know what I'm saying? You know, this two original Chicago Heightsers right here, you know what I'm saying, holding it down, doing what we love. So that's what's up. You know what I mean? I was over there on Brookline. What block you grew up on?
In the Heights?
Yeah, the Heights.
Portland.
Oh, you over on Portland? Okay.
Portland.
I know about Portland. Isn't that near Fifth?
Not too far from Fifth Avenue.
Okay, okay. All right, let me get back to this interview. You know, we
you digress.
Day, but this is hood talk for y'all don't know right now. This is some sad hood talk right now. But yeah, man, let's just get right into it though. Again, Raja-Nee, again, your greatness is unparalleled. So let's go back to your childhood, which you were talking about right now. And what were some of your aspirations when you were beginning, when you were starting off? You know, was you like always singing and dancing? Was it a special influence in your household? Was it someone that you looked up to on TV and you said, this is me in the future? Like, how did this all begin? Talk to us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So give us some little intel about your childhood, please.
So I actually started singing when I was 3. And I would entertain my mother and my father's friends. They'd have their get-togethers and I was the entertainment. I would always, I didn't really know a lot of songs, but my favorite entertainer at that time was Jackie Wilson. So I would always sing Baby Out. That was like my go-to song. And they would like throw money at me. I'd sing and they throw money. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool right here. This is kind of cool. I like this a little bit. So I started like really like focusing on singing. I started in church, of course, at first. So by the time I was 5, I was in church singing and became one of the pastor's favorites. And everywhere he went, he'd take me and I would sing. So I pretty much grew up in church, but started listening to R&B, started listening to Chaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Prince, you name it. I was listening to them and I just started like focusing on trying to really learn how to sing, because R&B singing and gospel singing to me are 2 totally different entities. So I really had to like focus on my skills. Like I'll say it today, right now, at this moment, I am, like one of weaknesses as far as singing is concerned was background vocals. So I really had to study like harmonies because I got reamed so much. You know, now I could do the choir harmonies, but when you start talking about the complicated harmonies like involved in R&B music, that was a little bit different. So it took me quite a bit of time to study and focus on those skills, but eventually I got it. I wasn't like my two brothers. My two older brothers, they were born with perfect ear and perfect hearing. They can hear and harmonize at the drop of a hat. I didn't have that skill, so I had to learn mine. They got theirs, and I had to earn mine.
I heard that. Put them on blast now. No, that's awesome though. So obviously you was really diligent. You was focused at an early age. You know what I mean? What made you so obedient when it came to this music?
So, okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I had auditioned for a band and they said she can sing, but she just don't have what it takes. And I was like, oh, I don't have what it takes. I'm gonna show
who you talking to.
So I went in my parents' basement, and you know, people don't believe this, but it's the truth. I would practice in my mother and my father's basement for like 10, 12, 13 hours straight, singing every was anybody, the greats, you know, and trying to master their tones and their skills and their runs. And you know, I would stay down there every day. My mother would be like knocking on the door, was like, hey, you got to come eat. And I'd be like, I'll be up in an hour, and an hour would turn into 2 hours or 3 hours. Did that every day for 1 year solid. Did not come up. 1 year solid. And the test was, there was like this magnificent band across the street from my mom's house. They were magnificent. I mean, key musicians and singers. I went over there and knocked on the door. My friend, his name is Clyde Lyles. God rest his soul. Knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. I said, I want to try out for your band. And he laughed at me. And this was before it was popular on Martin. He said, Shanae, you don't sing. I said, I do sing. And he was like, no, you don't. I said, I do. So we argued a little bit back and forth. He let me come upstairs and made the band that day.
Wow.
And never looked back.
Wow, that's controlling your destiny at an real early age. Like that's very untypical, you know what I'm saying? You know, for someone being a child, like how far back you talking about elementary school? You talking about high school? What's the age range of this?
I was in high school, like 16, 17. I was in high school.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And salute to you again for that, because you know, I've never heard anyone doing that, you know what I mean, at such a young age. But that's just like really focusing, just like you really had it. And it all started, like you say, by being rejected and being, you know, taken for granted, you know what I mean, when it came to your talent. And you know what I mean, I'm that type of person too. Like, you know, don't tell me what I can't do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That just made me go even harder. You know what I'm saying?
That's me. I mean, I think that's like motivation for me. You know, I mean, it still happens today. I still get rejected, but it doesn't really bother me. I just take it like with a grain of salt, because my motto is I can show you better than I can tell you. Right. So that's what
Yeah, it's all about the action. Now, with that being said, how did your parents, the guardians, and how did your household receive you, you know, knowing that you had now taken this leap of faith and you know, joined the band with the person across the street? How did they feel about that? You know what I'm saying?
Tell you, ooh-wee. So my mother, extremely supportive. I mean, hands down, wherever I'm singing, she's going. My father, on the other hand, and now my baby ain't singing in no band, that kind of thing. But I remember, so my father worked really hard. My father worked 3 jobs. Right? Am I good? I'm getting an echo. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, no, so, I'm sorry. I'm fixing it.
So when I would be singing in the basement practicing, he would stomp on the floor. Boom, 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 boom. Turn that music down. Cut that noise off. I'd be like, he ain't talking to me. I just kept on singing. I kept on singing. I guess at some point he was like, I'm over it, because she's not going to stop. And, you know, and I kept going. And then one day I was singing and I had my back turned to the stairs. And I just happened to turn around. My father was sitting on the stairs listening to me practice. I said, what are you doing down here? He was like, keep practicing. I'm just listening. So that was it. After that, He was like total support. Anything that I thought I wanted to do, he was there. Him and my mother, 100% full support.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's always a great, just great for, our encouragement, for our confidence, you know what I'm saying? When the people that you love the most, you know what I'm saying, the ones that we look up to, being our parents and stuff growing up, have, it's like, I support you and you're doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to help, because I mean, obviously you groomed yourself with this, like you took that leap of faith, and it's like that's just really awesome. Now, did you ever, with your brothers having that special gift, natural gift for singing and stuff like that, did you ever do anything with them growing up?
Absolutely. God rest their souls. They're both gone now. Michael and Mandel. I'm telling you, when I tell you, that they my brothers, but I tell the truth, they could sing. They both had perfect pitch and a perfect ear. So growing up, like Mandel taught me. Actually, he really like spent time with me, teaching me like vocals and singing. My sister Benny and my sister Barbara, they both sing too. Like the majority of us sang, but we started actually singing together in church later on in life. I did a gospel concert for my mother, which brought my brothers and sisters into church. So then my brothers and we would sing together. They were awesome. I mean, it's awesome.
Okay, and definitely
Not
peace and
but they were really good. They were good.
no, that's beautiful though. But definitely my peace and condolences to you in reference to your brothers. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had the pleasure to meet them both.
Yeah, they were great people, both of them. Great, very talented. I mean, I learned a lot from them both.
Okay. So do you feel like, these days too, not only sing for yourself, sing for others, but as a performance, but do you feel like you have embraced their energy too because you know how talented they were? Do you like feel like you sing for them or feel that when you on stage and stuff or in the studio?
I try not to think about them because it makes me sad. Like when I did One Less Bell to Answer, it's very hard for me to get through a certain part of that song because most people think that you're singing about a lover, but me, when I'm thinking about One Less Bell, I'm thinking about my brothers not being here. Both of them were very instrumental in everything that I did musically. I mean, before The Sovereign came out, before that record was even released, I was running songs by both of my brothers. What do you think about this one? That's all right. What do you think about this one? I love this one. So they were always critiquing me and in the background helping me.
Wow. Okay. Understood. And that's love. That's all love. Now, as you continue to mature and you had this band and you was popping and stuff like that, where are some of the memory or memorable places that you went and performed at when you were growing up before you signed your deal?
So I would have to equate those days to the Shy Lights because I actually was the first female in the Shy Lights. You'll see females in there now. They're only like taking my place because I was there first, So I got to travel to Jamaica. I went to Canada. I mean, we traveled all over the world, with the Shy Lights. And I sang as a background singer, but Marshall would, call me out. So for example, we did the Holiday Star Theater in Maryville. And so he was like, we were on a bus and you could hear way in the back of the bus Aretha Franklin singing, and that was my cue to come out and just start singing. So I would just come out and do my thing. It was, I mean, those times touring with Starlights was like, it was amazing. I learned so much from them, so much.
Yeah, and who better to learn from is from a group of legends themselves. You know what I mean? They was already legendary then, and they're iconic now. You know what I'm saying? So and definitely salute to Marshall, who's still doing his thing. As he continues to perform.
That is my brother. I depend on him now that my brothers aren't here. I depend on Marshall a lot. He gives me good advice. And as a matter of fact, I'm jetting out of here on the 24th to go spend those 3 days with him in Las Vegas to celebrate his birthday.
Oh, awesome. Definitely let him know that I'm saying happy birthday to him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the Shy Lights made noise, mad noise. If y'all know who the Shy Lights is, y'all definitely need to Google them. You know what I'm talking about? Man, one of the original best bands of all time. that soul music.
Real music.
Real music. That's right. I heard that. Now, how did your deal? How did that lead? What led to that of you signing the big deal?
So, I so back in the day before Brownstone became Brownstone, I was friends with Nicole. And so she was putting together a girls group, which eventually became Brownstone. And she was working with these two producers. At that time, they were married, Otto and Cherokee. And so they were having auditions. And she asked if I could drive her to the auditions. And I was like, yeah, I could take you. And she said, I'm so sorry that you can't audition because you're too short. She said, you are so short. She said, and I, you know, because she's tall and all the girls were going to be tall. And I said, no, that's cool. All right. So she took me over there. We were in a 1-bedroom, maybe 2-bedroom apartment. Man, it was so many girls in there. When I tell you, it was so many girls in this apartment. And so we were kind of like on like a little break, and somebody called me out and was like, hey, Renee, why don't you sing? And I was like, I ain't singing. I ain't here to audition. We want you to sing, sing, sing. Right. So I sang something. I don't know what I sang. And the producer that was producing them, he got up and started taking his pictures down off the wall. He was like, I quit. I quit. He said, after this is over, you stay here. Don't you leave. And I didn't leave, and I stayed. And he immediately started writing and producing for me. And his manager is the person that took me to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And I auditioned for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in an apartment. In a 1-bedroom apartment in the valley. It was about 110 degrees that day. And they came to this and it was like, it was insane. The best day of my life, probably. One of the best. Let me just say one of the best.
No, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? How that all laid up, because it goes back to your childhood where someone has, you know, overlooked and under valued who you were. You know what I'm saying? And then how dare them talking about you too short? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's height got to do with making music? Like, I don't know where that come from.
No offense. He started working with me, and that was kind of like the end of that situation. I mean, he immediately started working with me. Like the next day we started working, and I recorded my first song, Hot and Ready, in their bedroom closet.
In the closet?
In the closet.
Okay. Absolutely. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And again, hey, shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, super legends, you know what I'm saying? Super producers. You know what I mean? And during that time, they was working with Janet, right?
Yes, I actually met her there. I met her at Flight Time. I didn't see, I'm so like not, sometimes I just be in my own little world. And Terry, I think Terry took me. Yeah, Terry took me. No, Jimmy took me. He took me around Flight Time and showed me around. And she was sitting in his office. And he was like, Raja-Nee, this is Jan. Jan, this is Raja. I shook her hand and I was like, how you doing? And kept on walking, right? Not paying attention. So we all go back and we're sitting down and we're talking, me, Terry, and Jimmy talking. And so he said, so Terry goes, did you meet Janet? I said, Janet as in Janet who? He said, as in Janet Jackson. I was like, oh my God, was that Janet Jackson? Yeah, I met. I didn't even know who she was. They were just laughing and was like, I'm ready to record. So her and Jimmy left. Yeah, but I didn't even know that was her.
Wow. Yeah, she's had some different looks over the years.
I just shook her hand, was like, how you doing? Nice meeting you. Had no idea it was even her until we got back in the front. He was like, yeah, that was Janet Jackson. I'm like, oh my God. Oh.
No, but when you're in your zone sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, we just be so tunnel vision and focus on what we came to do. And,
exactly.
And, you know, in our room or realm of greatness, and we just trying to, you know, be all that we can be. It's like, you know, I don't see nobody else right now. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect.
And that's exactly what I was. I'm like, I'm with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and that's all I saw. That was it.
Right. Yeah, I would be elated as well. Like if I was, you know, was produced by freaking super producers being themselves, you know what I mean? Like who else is important at that time? Like really. No disrespect to them, of course.
But I mean, I was just like that. They were my focus. And I mean, I'm there and I'm with two of the best producers on the planet. I get to write with them. I get to hang out with them. I mean, what more could I ask for? I mean, Janet was icing on the cake, even though I didn't know it was her. But I'm just saying, Jam and Lewis was my focus at that time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now let's fast forward a little bit. now, you know, obviously now they're producing for you, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and you know, you wrote the infamous song that was Turn It Up, which is now like been played worldwide, you know what I'm saying? And like when you were recording that, like first let's ask the question, what was the inspiration behind that song and where were you when you wrote it, if you recall?
So actually, Jimmy and I wrote it together.
Okay.
And he had already wrote the hook before I got to the studio. The hook was already done. Well, the idea was there. So when I got there, we just started talking about it. We went over the hook first. I never even went into the booth. I sat right next to him. Actually, I stood next to him. He was at the board and I just stood next to the board and we were just like throwing stuff out there. And I'm like super silly. So if anybody knows anything about me, they'll be like, yeah, she's really silly. So I was just making up all this crazy stuff and Jimmy was just laughing so hard. And he was like, you are so silly. I said, I know, but let's use it. So we used all that stuff in that rap that you hear. We was just making that stuff up and laughing as we went along. So, you know, at the end, I started cutting, talking about Bobbit and all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And after we kind of had it halfway finished, we called Terry in and he came in and he listened to it and he was like, I don't like it, and walked out. And I looked at Jimmy and I said, ooh, you are in trouble like that. But, you know, I mean, he learned to love it. And I mean, I personally didn't have that song slated as a single. I didn't want that song as a single. I was like, he called me, Jimmy called me and was like, we're going to put out Turn It Up. And I was like, okay, you know, and then when we hung up, I started crying. I was like, nobody's going to like that song. I don't want that song. I was having a fit. And then people from Chicago, hey, your song is on the radio. Hey, they playing your song like 50 times a day here on the radio. And I was like, what? And they was like, oh, it's blowing up in Chicago. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just stay in my lane and be a singer and let the masters do what they do. I did.
I heard that. And the number one master continue to do what he do. Shout out to the Most High all the time.
Come on. Can't nobody like him. Nobody.
That's right. No, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you and all your success you've had from, you know, your whole career as you continue to make mad noise and continue to collect awards and, you know, be on the charts. Like every time I look up, you know what I mean, as I'm over here trying to just do what I do, I look up and every time I look at your page, you are charted on another chart from somewhere around the world with your new music. You know what I'm saying? So again, just congratulations to that. You know what I'm saying? God is good. You know, and this is just, you know, part of your hard work ethic, you know, as well. Now, going back to Turn It Up, Low Down Dirty Shame. Like, how did you feel when you found out that this was going to make the soundtrack with all the other stars that was on that soundtrack? Like, that is insane.
Know who was on it. I didn't know anything. Okay. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that it was a movie coming out and they were going to introduce it in the movie. I had no idea who was on it, but man, that was another great part of my life because I had an opportunity to go on tour with all of those people that's on that soundtrack. We went to all the openings. I was with Jada and I was with Keenan. I remember we were sitting in a theater the first time we were in, I think we were in LA, and we were sitting in the theater. And when Turn It Up came on, everybody in the theater went bananas. And I just started crying because they didn't know I was in there. I was sitting in the back. They didn't know there. And I just started crying. I was like, oh my God, what a blessing. You know, I mean, see, people, I don't take nothing for granted. People don't have to like me. They don't have to like my music. But when that theater, they all went, it was an uproar. They was all singing. They was clapping. They was like, hey, they was going crazy. And I was like, and everybody was looking at me, my people from my record company. I was like, that is amazing. It was so amazing. So awesome.
No, I know that had to feel super right there.
It was something. It was really, really exciting. I mean, Soul Train, that was exciting. You know, I had no idea that they would know who I was in California. And so I was like really nervous about stepping on that stage. And when I stepped on the stage, they were like, where's your tattoo? How come you're not showing your tattoo? I was like, oh God, this is know me fun, they know who I am. So all those little things, like they mean something to me. And Usher, I was on the show with Usher and BB and CC. So I mean, all those things are like, you know, are blessings that everybody can't say that they've done. But I'm grateful for all of those things. Grateful.
No, absolutely. And just to remind some of the people that was on that soundtrack alongside the great Raja-Nee was the great R. Kelly, man, the great Keith Murray, man. Let's see who else was on there. The great UGK, Bun B. Shout out to Pimp C. I mean, rest in peace to Pimp C. Man, the great Aaliyah. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. Like, stop playing. Man, it just goes on. And Tevin Campbell, the great Tevin Campbell, the great High Five.
Silk.
This is insane. Silk,
Yep.
the great Silk, like
Raja-Nee.
Raja-Nee.
Evelyn Champagne King.
Yes. Organized Confusion.
Yeah.
Miss Kilo. Man, that is just unheard of right there. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you say, how all of them in there and everybody was grateful for your music. Like,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was grateful to just be in their presence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be with Keenan and, you know, sit and talk to Jada. I mean, I don't know. I have no complaints about my life because it has been like totally amazing. Really, it has been. It's been great. God has been so good to me.
Amen. Amen. I love it. So, you know, now coming off the hype of and the energy of having your song on a soundtrack that eventually went gold. Now that's a whole nother level as well. Like, not only now you were celebrated and was in the theater for the private screening of the movie and things of that nature. Then later you found out that the soundtrack goes gold. What did that mean to you? You have a gold record.
I mean,
Over 500,000 copies sold, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's how that worked, right?
You're right. You are right. I mean, just to be associated or affiliated with a project that was so amazing. That's one of my favorite movies too. Not because my song is in it, just because it was funny. I liked it, you know, and then they played, you know, it's rare that they play an entire song in a movie. It's very, very rare. But they played the entire song. They played all of Turn It Up, all of it. So yeah, I'm grateful. I mean, I'm grateful.
No, that's awesome though. That's just really great. Now, before we get into the second half of this interview, you know what I mean, we're just gonna you know, like they say, pay some bills or whatever like that. Shout out a couple of my sponsors, people that, you know, be on my platform, whatever like that, you know what I mean? Shout out to everyone that's on this backdrop. I want to show a clear picture of it for those logos that's getting blocked right now. And man, we're gonna come right back with the legendary Raja-Nee and hear a lot more about, you know, her journey and some of her new music and everything of that nature, and some of these new awards and things and charting that she's been featured on recently. So yeah, so don't go nowhere. Please share this video. I hope you all enjoying everything that she's saying and just appreciating and absorbing and allowing it to inspire you, you know what I'm saying, for everything that you are doing out there in your everyday lives, you know what I mean? Because this woman is relentless, you know what I mean? And that's why she's here today, because, you know, we seek out the greats to highlight on this show, you know what I mean? And I'm just grateful that she's here with us today. So we're gonna be right back. Don't go nowhere. I promise. You know what I'm saying? Share this video. You already know why, because I said it that way. We're gonna be right back though. Please, please. Oh yeah, and that video that we're gonna show, I'll let you introduce that. I'll let you introduce that before we show that. So when we come back, Raja-Nee, I'll let you ask you to please introduce the video that we're gonna see. But first, time for some of these sponsors and video and stuff. All right, we'll be right back. Share this video. Peace, peace, and blessings. Welcome back for the second half of this beautiful celebrity interview with the legendary Raja-Nee. You know what I mean? We still here. I hope y'all didn't go nowhere. I hope y'all was using this time to use the bathroom. I hope y'all was using this time to share this video. I hope this was using this time to contact more people and let us know that Raja-Nee and I Said is live on YouTube and Facebook right now. And man, I'm so grateful to have your time, Raja-Nee. And again, like I promised, we're gonna share a little clip of you singing. And if you could just like give us a little intro behind what we about to see, just get them so a fair warning.
A fair warning indeed. So prior to the Red Cup Chronicles, I started this thing called the Bathroom Chronicles because I would always go to the bathroom and sing. So you're gonna see me in my pajamas doing a bathroom. Never seen before. First time this particular song is being seen here. It's just a little bit of something. I always go in the bathroom and I sing. So okay, it's Aretha Franklin. Go ahead. I said it.
Hey, I'm grateful to premiere this on the I Said It show. Let it be known the premiere of Bathroom Chronicles with Raja-Nee. Here we go. Premiere.
Aretha Franklin. Though you don't call me anymore, I sit and wait in vain, yeah. I guess I'll rap on your door and tap on your window pane. I'm gonna tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through. Missing you, listen you, till you come back to me. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, that's a Bathroom Chronicle. Peace.
Only for you. Only for you.
I love it. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Hey, that was awesome. You know what I mean? Who else is doing Bathroom Chronicles other than Raja-Nee? Don't try to take that from. Don't try to be trying to y'all out there watching. Don't be trying to take that from my girl Raja-Nee. You know what I'm saying? That's her. She did that. She owned the rights to them Bathroom Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? She was singing too.
Red Cup Chronicles too.
Now you got the Bedroom Chronicles too.
Red Cup.
Oh, Red Cup. My bad. Red Cup. Red Cup Chronicles. Okay, let me stop. Shut my mouth. That's what's up. When do the Red Cups Chronicles? Where can people see that at?
They're on my Facebook page. All you have to do is go to my videos. You'll see plenty of them. I haven't did any as of late because I've been a little bit busy, but I'll probably post one soon.
Okay, please do. You know what I'm saying? So I can share it. You know what I'm saying? Because I really enjoyed the Bathroom Chronicles. I really did. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? You really be hitting them notes, and it's no surprise of why you are in the places where you are today as being such a successful, you know what I mean, music artist and songwriter, award winning. Let me, you know what I'm saying, get it all the way right if I'm to say it. Thank you for everybody that's continued to tune in and show love. Absolutely. So this is a part of a show too where now I like to just bring up some pictures, and this is like a little memory game. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, kind of like, you know, what it is that this picture represent, maybe perhaps where were you, who's in the picture, whatever memory comes to mind, you know, when you see it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna bring up these pictures. So first, I'm gonna start with the family, because you know, home is where the heart is, right?
That's my BG. That's my daughter. That's my daughter and I. Actually, this was for a photo shoot that I did. She did all the makeup, she did the hair, and shot the album cover for my first single, Come Get This Love. She shot that. My daughter did.
Okay, okay, yeah, she did an awesome job. You know, you all both look beautiful, looking like sisters on there.
Thank you.
Peace to her. And I had the pleasure of meeting her too. So
You
that was
did?
awesome.
Yes. The
I can
first
say
time
that.
with me.
Right. And so with that being said, let me move on to a group picture.
Ah, that's the lady, the queen herself. That's Helen Wooten. You, Bootsy,
Yes.
who else?
Bridget. Shout out to Bridget, Chicago Bridge Magazine.
Love you,
Publicist
Bridget.
for famous Warriors. Yeah. Shout out to Scarlett.
This was an interview that Helen was doing, and she asked me to come over to her house because she wanted me there because she wanted to introduce me to you all and have me in the magazine with her.
Yeah, and that's so awesome. And and to this day, I'm grateful to say that, I still, unfortunately, I never kept in touch with Bootsy, nothing personal. It's just like, the universe connects the people that, supposed to be connected for whatever reasons. But, much love to Bootsy. She had a very pleasant spirit. It was enjoyable to meet her, but I've kept in touch with Scarlett.
Yep, Miss
Man,
Scarlett.
she actually performed at one of my events for me and sang. So that was super awesome at my tribute to women when I had a chance to honor Miss Helen. May she rest in peace. And it was because of Miss Helen that, well, like you say, that while we all are here in this picture together, you know what I'm saying, and if you could just talk a little bit about your relationship with Miss Helen, if you don't mind.
Let me go back a little bit. I love Helen. Helen, the only way that I could really describe Helen is just a boss. When you
Yeah.
talk about female boss, that lady right there, you're looking at a real boss. She maneuvered behind the scenes for me a long time. She owned a club on the low end, and I would sing in her club every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She didn't have to be there. She would like turn the joint over to us, and we would pack it out every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm gonna forever be grateful to her. I received the Chicago Home Jam Award, and she was there. And my sister and my mother was there, and I spoke about Helen and how she helped me and helped shape me into being the artist and the businesswoman in music that I am. A lot of that had to do with, of course, Helen and Marshall. And she said, and I asked her to stand, and she stood up, and I saluted her because I felt like that's what she deserved. And she told me when I got to the table that no one had ever did that for her. I said, well, I'm a little bit different than everybody else. I appreciate the things that people do for me. And I don't forget. I never, ever forget. Never.
Never. Capital N.
Yeah, never, never.
No. And absolutely. And Miss Helen, for those that don't know, she's actually iconic, you know what I mean? For she was the first to book the Jackson Five and the legendary, iconic, late great James Brown as well. You know what I'm saying? Late great Michael Jackson, Little Mike. You know what I'm saying? She had them on stage. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like insane. Like you was just speaking about, she did events. She opened up doors for people, different artists, and she's considered the godmother of the Chicago entertainment industry. You know what I mean? And she's a godmother to so many. She inherited me as her godson and told me she's my godmother now too. And and obviously shout out to um shoot. Wow, I got a brain fart right now. Let me go back. Alex, exactly. That was
Oh,
his godmother too.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and he learned so much from her, and I've kept in touch with Alex too. When I was speaking about people keeping in touch, like Alex just recently performed at my Touch of Green event, and I'm
Oh,
grateful for him to do that because he's a tremendous singer, such a great singer himself as well. But yeah, we all met that day, and here we go, here we at right now. Like what I'm saying, like Helen will be so proud right now that we're still connecting, and this is years later from that
absolutely.
powerful moment in her living room where so many other greats have graced that living room and came through there through the years.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so salute to you, Miss Helen Wooten, Queen. I'm grateful that I had a chance to honor and crown you as my tribute to women honoree while you were still here. And, I'm grateful for everything that you did for me and all the endearing words and just the private time and talks that we had. You know what I'm saying? I'm super grateful for you. Thank you, Queen. Rest in peace. Yes. Now when just thinking back and looking at some of your history, tell me about this moment right here. I love
That
this.
was
I really love this.
in California. So
That's classic.
my then manager set me up a photo shoot. I was being produced at that time by Jay King from Club Nouveau.
Okay.
He produced 3 or 4 songs for me. So that was our photo shoot. And
Okay,
that
I
is
love it.
so me. That is a so me look.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what about this? It came out beautiful, beautiful photo shoot too.
So yeah, this was shot by my friend Sylvester Harvey. This is the from the Come Get This Love promotion. That's John the Saint Morris, and then behind me is Wilfred Ninja Freelix. Ninja and I do a lot of work still. The Saint, I believe that he's still doing music, but he's been focused on another career right now.
Okay, okay.
That's what happens,
Absolutely. Sure.
and you can do many things. You get pulled in a lot of different directions.
Right, exactly. Okay, what about this beautiful picture right here? Let me let me find out you still a rider.
I do ride. I do.
Okay.
Um, so that is not a fake picture, but it's from a video shoot. That's from my a video shoot that I did with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. That's a perspective record shoot. So that's
Nice,
from video.
nice, nice. I love it. That's a classic picture right there.
That picture is hilarious.
Super dope. Okay, let me see. Let me see. So talk about what this picture is right here.
This a
Well,
chart.
more of a flyer.
It's I can't
Flyer.
see it. It's a chart though. It's the official US indie R&B chart. And I think when I landed on this chart, I really didn't know what it meant. And one of my friends, Otley Reed, called me and he was like, I don't think you really understand what this means. And I was like, yeah, I don't. What does it mean? Means that you're out of millions and millions of artists, you landed on this indie R&B chart, which is, I guess, not an easy feat. So I was grateful. I'm always grateful for anything, be it big or small. I'm grateful.
Right. And I've seen you on this chart numerous times. Like this not just like one time, like you continue to stay on the charts, like, it sometimes fluctuates, but like you like here to stay on these charts. Like they've embraced your music over in the United Kingdom, and that's awesome. Anytime, people were in a whole nother country, a whole nother side of the world is loving and digging and dancing and turning up to your songs, you know what I'm saying? Something that came from your soul, something that's from inside you. They share a little bit of your spirit, you know what I'm saying, all the way on the other side of the world. What does that mean to you?
They embraced me first. They were the first to embrace the new music. So I mean, I'm gonna forever be grateful to the UK. They're gonna always be my number one. You know what I'm saying? Because they embraced me before home did. They embraced me first.
Right.
New music.
Not like that first. Okay, now this is a what was this moment like for you? And just the history behind it as well.
Bridget, she she actually called me. She was out of town and she called me and said that she was coming into town. And I was like, oh, I said, I'm shooting my video this weekend. I said, come to my house. I'm gonna be shooting a video there. And so she came over with this. And I was just so floored and so grateful and so appreciative that the Chicago Bridge magazine recognized me. I mean, and then not once, but I got 2 covers. So that was
Mm.
just amazing. What I really liked about this whole situation, I said, "Come on, get in my video," and she did. she did.
What?
Yeah, she was in it. I was so happy that she was like, "Okay." I was like, "Come on, come on, get in my video," and she did.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
This was a huge honor for me because it's home.
Right, exactly. You know, and anytime, you know, and did you foresee yourself? I mean, I don't know, like when you were younger, obviously you knew that you was great. That's the reason why you continue to go hard to make sure that people understood to stop undervaluing you. But you know what I mean? Like, did you imagine yourself ever to be graced on the front cover of a magazine? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different.
Nope, had no idea. No idea whatsoever.
No, that's lovely. And I was so happy for you during this moment. You know, I was representing Chicago British Magazine. Shout out to Project. Peace to that queen as well. During
Absolutely.
this time. Yes, yes. And again, not only was you on the cover, like this is the Hall of Fame. She created something called the Hall of Fame, where she took the best covers and she has like a virtual Hall of Fame that people can go and visit. So make sure you all go do that. I believe, you know, you can find that at ChicagoBridgeMagazine.com.
Absolutely. Shout out to Bridget. I really appreciate it. That's my sister.
Absolutely. So this is a collaboration of, you know, several of your albums and covers and things of that nature.
Yep, this is pretty much all new music except the one in the far corner, the Raja-Nee one. These are all my covers, all done pretty much by me. I did them all.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
very in every aspect of my career, everything, music, mixing, mastering, writing,
Mm.
producing, everything, directing,
Word.
video, all of it, because I feel like only I can tell my story, you
Mm.
know.
I love that. But we have to take a pause for the cause of something you just said. Hold up, because I see it's things that I just don't know. And it's the things that we got to remind people about because that's rare. You just said that you mix, master, and produce and write your own music these days.
My hands are involved in it, so like, you know, when I hear a mix, I'll send it back if it's something that I don't like or it doesn't feel right. Even with music, if I hear certain instruments and I think it should be something else, I send it back and get everything tweaked. I do all of my vocal production. I do all of it. I produce for other people. I actually have two jazz artists that I'm producing that'll be dropping singles soon. Yes, my hands are in everything. Because I'm not one to be. I don't really like depending on people. I have
Right.
those that I know that I can depend on. So those are the people that I go to, and I don't switch the formula up a lot because I'm comfortable, and I feel like if it's not broke, why fix it?
Mm. I heard that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes people they want to change up the people that they work with. They want to, you know, this I'm gonna shoot for something better. Everything that I have it. So I don't need anything better. I have exactly what I need. I have people that I trust that trust me, and we work together and we work well together.
Mm. I love that. And loyalty is so important.
Number one thing with me, if you're not loyal, you can't sit at my table.
Mm. I heard that.
I I'll give you something to eat, but you can't sit down.
Oh, that's the go, huh? That food
Yeah.
is the go.
Them containers, them what's them whatever them styrofoam
Doggy
containers.
bags, the doggy
Yeah,
bags.
yeah, whatever. There you go. See, exactly.
Okay, okay, I hear you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be.
That's how it is.
Oh, okay. Talk to him, Harvey. Harvey Rural.
Things don't change. Some things don't change. It's still there.
I heard that. Now, I recently peeped this, you know what I mean? This is beautiful. I really like this.
Thank you.
That's a dope
That
logo.
and I told them what I wanted and they gave me what I wanted. So that, you know, so that's my insignia. Um my logo. I actually have a crown with my name with some dreadlocks and a crisp knife tattooed on my shoulder.
Mm,
That
yeah.
crisp knife, I don't know how it's old. It's made out of kryptonite rock, and I was given an actual Chris knife by my tattoo artist. He wanted me to have it, and it is like my treasure. Right on, Don. That's it. Rest in heaven, Helen. I agree.
Yeah. Peace to my sister Don, one of my older sisters tuning in right now, checking in.
Hey, Don.
Peace, Queen. Peace, Don. Yeah, but no, that's such a dope and great concept, for a logo, and they really nailed it. You know what I'm saying? And then and then the crown is perfectly sitting on top of the aura. I love that.
I had to send it back.
You said what?
I had to send it back because it wasn't exactly what I was looking for the first time, but they nailed it the second time around.
Okay. Absolutely. So yeah, these days, what continues to influence, inspire you when you have done so much, you've had so much great success, stuff that people would dream for, you know what I'm saying? People that dream for and they go out their way. And some people will never receive some awards. Some people will never be nominated. Some people will never hit the charts, you know what I'm saying? And so you have done all of these array of things and been great at it every single time and continue to reach new plateaus. So what helps you to stay motivated and just keep going to say it like I want more. I want to continue to do more and just like continue to set your sights so high.
Well, to be perfectly honest, and I'm not trying to be cliche, but God leads everything that I do. He's in front. Right. A lot of stuff that you see is given to me. Is not. I don't take any credit for anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the things that I've been through, like just recording this record, that's a whole nother show and a whole nother story in itself. But I was met with so much adversity. It was like something was trying to block me from making this record. I mean, at every turn, 4 people affiliated with the record died back to back to back. My masters were caught up with one person who was my engineer. He passed away. So he had all my masters. So I'm like, well, how am I going to finish my record? But my brother, Wilfred Ninja Felix, came through, got all my masters for me. I mean, so it's just been one thing after another. But I firmly believe when I put God in front, then he'll, not being cliche again, the word says he'll direct your path. So that's what I do. I let him stand in front and I get behind him and I just follow his lead.
Amen. Amen to that. You know what I'm saying? And my condolences to all the people you have recently lost in any time of your journey, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter how long it's been, it seems always like yesterday when we lose somebody. And I know everybody can just, agree with that, you know what I mean? Like that feeling unfortunate never goes away. It's something that we all as people have to deal with. And, either, you can allow it to continue to stay focused and motivate you to, salute them and the honor them with the things that you do by being so great, or let it consume you and you know what I'm saying, you fall into a big state of depression. And and it's not your fault if anybody out there that's watching and listening that falls to a state of depression, because dealing with death is hard. You know
it is
what I'm saying? It's difficult.
You have to just, I mean, my family has experienced in the last, I think since 2020, death has been like tearing my family apart. And sometimes I really felt like I wasn't gonna make it, but thank God for the ability to have music to fall back on. And I mean, music is hard. People take advantage of you, people take your money. But you have to be tenacious. You have to stand flat-footed and say, hey, nothing is going to stop me. If God gave me this gift, if it's a real gift now, because you got some people out here that I'm just saying. But right. But if you really have a gift and you know that God gave it to you, then you should just pursue. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing stop you from reaching your goal. When I started this record, I didn't know what was going to happen with this record. I felt good about it. I had good intentions for it. Everybody that was involved, I wanted to make sure that they were taken care of. That's another thing, being fair in business. All of these things work together. They all work together, and it made my project a success. And the song, the CD is what has been out it came out last year, but the songs have been playing since 2021, and we're in 2023 and going into 2024. So I have nothing bad to say about anything. All I can say is that I'm blessed. I've been through a lot, but I'm blessed. I'm still standing in spite of.
Yes, amen to that. And with that being said, let's take a look at this beautiful album that you have, and let's talk a little bit about the inspiration behind that. I definitely didn't forget about it.
So the Sovereign of 14742 is dedicated to my mother, my father, and my siblings. That's the house address that we grew up in Harvey. That picture, that's all the way to the left. That's actually 14742. And then all the pictures that you see are my siblings, my husband, my daughter, my grandmother, my grandmothers, my aunts, and then the picture on the CD itself is my mother and my father, whom the CD was dedicated to, and a baby picture of me.
I love it. I love it. I love how you found a way to involve everyone in the history, packed all together. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful right there. That's a lot of energy right there. Shoot. From the address.
I knew what I wanted before that album cover, that picture came up. I already knew what I wanted it to look like. So the great Amy Hanna and Sherry Corns, they got together and Animania did the makeup and the photos and brought that thing together for me.
Definitely brought it to life. You know what I mean? And I like the gold. Why? What is the gold color? What does that color gold mean to you?
Royalty.
I heard that. Say it again. Royalty. I heard that. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely royalty. The way that you was that out. I gotta I'm gonna have to bring up a picture. I'm gonna have to upload that picture because that picture of your album cover, because we got to enlarge that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. But while I'm doing that, let me ask you this real quick. If you could talk about this picture right here for the people. One time for the one time.
That's my high school reunion. Class of 1979. I actually graduated in 78. I got out of school in 3 years. But I went
talk to me.
I went back and walked with my class. And so those are my high school friends. That's not all of them, but that's quite a few of them.
Okay. So you was also a genius.
No. I was just smart in how I maneuvered my classes, and I went to summer school every year because I knew that I wanted to get out in 3 years.
Okay, smart move. Okay, so I told you I was gonna do it. So yeah, let's just admire this for a second. The detailing of this picture, like that, is just amazing.
That was so hard. Oh my God, that was one of the hardest shoots ever. I'm actually lying down on a couch and my feet are kind of like up in the air and my neck is arched and I've got all these sticking me. But the shot was worth all of the pain and the agony. It was actually worth it.
Wow. I mean, he came out. Now I'm trying to think of the right word. Extraordinary. Like that's extraordinary, elegant, classy, luxurious, freaking royal picture right there. Like album cover like that.
I actually have on clothes.
Okay, because all we see is your head, but if you say so.
Yeah. I was saying that to say that you can keep your phone and still do a nice picture. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. That's so true. Ladies, take heed. No, but congratulations on the new album. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. And I heard some of it, and just your music in general, like your music hit different. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like despite you have been appreciated and, more and sometimes at other times in this generation, like you deserve to continue to be celebrated like at all times because your music hit hard It's very relatable, and I be really digging it.
Thank you. Thank
I really do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what's this picture right here?
you. So in a contest, a weight loss contest.
What?
Um yeah, and I won.
Okay, congratulations.
Ambassador. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, well, shout out to all those ladies that obviously was competing as
That,
well. You know what I'm saying?
actually, she was the one who told me about it. That's my cousin. That's my husband's cousin and my cousin in the red. She was the one that actually told me about it. That's Clarissa.
Okay, okay. Peace to Carissa. Yeah, so many great moments. See everything you do, you taking home victories.
Oh, but I told them I would win. They were laughing at me. I was like, laugh if y'all want to. I'm gonna win.
Right. We don't come to lose.
Yeah, I don't come to play, and
Mm.
they look and be like, oh, that's the dark horse. Okay, I want you to think that I am the dark horse. That's exactly what I want you to think. Because when you least expect it, I'm gonna just breeze right on by you. But you have to believe. I mean, I am a strong believer in speaking things into existence.
Yeah.
I believe in that. I believe that it's from our mouths to God's ears. People might not believe that. That's on you. That's fine, but it works for me. It works for me. Before I met Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, I wrote in like a kind of diary type thing that I had, that if I ever met Terry Lewis, we were gonna be close.
Mm. You wrote that?
I wrote it before I met him. Long
Wow.
before.
That is amazing.
I do that.
What was so impressive to you with him? I mean, the music
It,
is obvious; they're producing, but what was it? The reason why you wrote that?
well, this is when they were in the time. I was down at Illinois State University, and the time in Shalimar came down there to perform, and everybody was focused on Morris. And I was like, no, that bass player. I like
Yeah.
that bass player. He's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know. I just felt some type of kindred spirit or a connection with Terry, and that is my. He will always be my dude, always.
I heard that. I heard that. And again, just shout out to everything you've accomplished and everything that you've been doing. And you know what I'm saying? You really been holding it down, Raja-Nee. You know what I mean? Every time I look up, like I say, I see you on new charts. I see you getting awards. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me pause right there. Let me show this award, this beautiful 2023 Telly Awards. And so you can talk about that real quick. Because we did not forget about that. We can't go without showing that where I'm having that award at. I know I uploaded. Okay, it's not there. Okay, it's cool. I'm about to upload it right now. But until then, let's talk about these beautiful gold records right here.
Yeah, those are my plaques. I got those much, much later, but it didn't matter. I just got them. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them. They were mine. And I'm like, I'm getting my plaques. So, I don't, funny thing about me, I said it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
grateful for everything that I've been given and everything that I've accomplished, but I don't even
Right.
have those up yet. They're like laying on my dining room table. I ain't even put them up
Right.
yet because, I mean, to me, you're only as good as the last thing that you did. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I like to keep challenging myself and keep, I don't know, just keep moving. I'm not one to be um to just sit around and be like, oh, no, let me think about what's gonna happen next. So I just keep on moving. You just have to keep moving. Because if you don't, life will pass you by.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I ain't no chicken, so I gotta really move fast.
I hear you. I hear you. Now, talk about how people can, get this jacket, or is this one of a kind, custom only for you?
That is a one of a kind jacket. One and one only. However, if they're interested, they can inbox me and I'll let them know how to get it.
Okay, I heard that exclusive. Hey, that's beautiful too. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I know it means so much to you because that's the address of again, where you grew up at that represents your album. So that's really powerful.
Yep, that 14742 means a whole lot to me. My
Right.
whole life involved with that number.
Mm.
And the people
No,
that I love are involved with that number.
yes, that's great. That's great. And again, a beautiful jacket. Beautiful jacket. Um. Okay, so it just uploaded. Now let's take a glance at this beautiful award right here. I showed this picture so they can actually read it, so we can actually see it.
That thing is so it is so heavy. I was surprised. So Telly Awards are given to people who accomplish something. If they're voted on just like any other award, it's like I believe over 200 professionals in video, television, and film, and they vote. And so I submitted One Less Bell to answer the video because I thought it was unique and I thought it was different. And I submitted it for Wilfred and I. He produced that song. Well, we produced it together, but he produced the music and did a lot of the production, and we won a Telly for it.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations both to you and him. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? That's because it's really a beautiful award and you know, very professional and they wasn't trying to save no money, let's just say that on the characters. Like they put all your information on there, right?
Absolutely.
They weren't trying to be cheap about it. They put it out there, you know what I'm saying? So congratulations. That's awesome. I'll just be so happy to see my people's getting awards and be on the charts and man, like that's awesome because I know how hard people work. And sometimes people don't know how hard and the diligence that you have behind, what I mean, your journey, like and all that, everything you had to sacrifice. You know what I mean? Now, when given an artist or someone who's, maybe be starting out, whether they're starting out or whether this is a person who's been working toward trying to just be recognized and they've been in this for 15, 20 years themselves, but they haven't got any type of accolades that they can say that's, when people really know their name, what type of advice would you give to people like that, whether they again starting out or is, a groomed artist but still looking for that big break?
So let me be honest. If you come into the music business looking for accolades and honors and awards, you're in the wrong business. You have to
Mm.
come in because you love it. And when you really love it and you hone in on your skills and your writing is good and things like that, the awards and all that stuff will come. I mean, I don't get a lot of awards. I get things here and there, but I don't really worry about that because I feel like whatever God has for me, He has for me. I mean,
Right.
there are artists that aren't streaming. I mean, I don't even do shows, to be perfectly honest, and I'm almost at 400,000 streams, which is a
Wow.
blessing for an independent artist. So as long as you're like accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, I mean, I'm not in it for awards. I mean, I love them. I'm grateful for them because that means that my peers um are giving me a hand for the work that I've done. But I just think it's important that you have to really love it, because if you don't love it and you don't have thick skin, this is really not the business for you, because it is not easy and it can be a little bit cutthroat. It can be a little bit cutthroat. So
Yeah.
I would just say focus on you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. You can do anything that you want to do. It's a big old wide world out here, and it's enough for everybody. It is enough out here for everybody. Keep pressing your way. Do not stop.
Mm. Couldn't say it better myself. And thank you for just always keeping it 100 and 1,000 because that's the type of stuff that people need to hear. you know what I mean, that not everybody really speak up about, because sometimes people feel like, you know, I mean, everything that you're saying is true, but sometimes they not going to say it. They're not going to say that, you know, you can't do it for the awards, you can't do it for the accolades, you can't do it for the money. You got to do it because you love it. Like,
honestly, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell the truth, because you
mm-hmm.
know, I'm not gonna candy coat it. I'm not gonna make it pretty and put a bow on it, because it ain't like that.
I heard that. Now, if someone would like to, with all that being said, purchase any of your music, support any of your music, so they can, you know what I'm saying, turn up with you and just have a little piece of, you know what I mean, your greatness with them when they go to work, when they on their way to visit friends and family, and they want to play you in their car, or just play it in the house and just, you know, maybe have a house party and, you know what I'm saying, want to tune in to some Raja-Nee. How can they find your music? What's the best platform to purchase or download any of your music?
It's everywhere. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon, Deezer. It's everywhere. You can find it everywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and I highly recommend that you all go and get, you know what I mean, her new album and any of her past albums, because you will not be disappointed. That's for sure. You know what I mean? She's so consistent, and her voice does not change and continue to grow and get more powerful and powerful, and her messages gets deeper and deeper though. You know what I'm saying? So I love it though, for real, for real. Yep. And hey, you know, I try to cover, you know, again, to cover someone like yourself when it comes to your legacy, it would take literally more than 24 hours. But you know, we don't have 24 hours to, you know what I'm saying, to be online. You know, we got to go to work and do stuff like that, and you know,
Right,
eat and go to the
right.
bathroom and do all that other stuff. So, is it something that I may have missed that you would like to, you know, just remind your audience of about your platform?
Well, as soon as it's finished being edited, I have a book that's coming out that's loosely based on my entire life.
Mm,
It's funny, it's sad, but it's true. So
mm.
once it comes out, I'll put it up on my platform and y'all check it out. It's a good read and you'll learn something. It's like a hardship story, but she wins in the end.
Mm. Okay. I love that. I love that. Can we get the name of the book? Are you gonna release that? You know, do I
What
get the name of the book?
what should I call it?
That's the name of the book. What should I call it?
Yep.
Oh, I love that. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Because I couldn't figure out what to call it. So I was like, what should I call it? Oh, that's what I'm gonna call it.
I love that. That's classic right there. What should I call it? So, hey, all y'all have to make sure y'all keep an eye out and an ear out for what shall I call it? The book, autobiography,
Loosely based. Loosely
loosely,
based.
okay, loosely based autobiography by Raja-Nee. Absolutely. Hey, congratulations on the book too, because you know, what I mean, you know, we need to, you know, do stuff like that more, you know what I mean, and just help continue to not only put it throughout through the music and express ourselves, but you know, some of this stuff, like we've been through so much, you've been through so much, like you expressed on this platform today, and you know, it deserves to be documented inside of a book. You know what I'm saying? For people to be able to appreciate and respect, you know, saying some of the things that you went through that you may not have shared today. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. It was very therapeutic.
Yes, no, I enjoy this time with you all the time. Whenever I get a chance to talk to you, you know what I mean? I've always enjoyed that. And I want to thank you right now for always just being like 100 with me since day one, since the time that, you know, we met in Miss Helen's, the late great Miss Helen's living room. You know what I mean? You've always been so nice, so generous, so kind, gave me good advice, and just supportive too. And so I want to just thank you for that and just say, you know what I mean? I'm so happy to have a chance to have a platform to where I can celebrate you in 2023, the same year you won the Telly Award.
So much I said it. I really appreciate you a lot. You've always been there for me in every aspect, and I'm gonna always be there for you.
Absolutely. And anything you need, just holler back. You already know I'm right here. And
I know.
I pray, I pray that God continue to watch over you and all your family and friends and all of your goals and everything. Continue to just flourish and be fulfilled and you know maximize and abundance. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank
I love you and thank you for your time today. And I'm grateful. Hey, I can't say I'm grateful enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it and say it again. But no, really though, Raja-Nee, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for taking time with me today to be able to share your story. And again, like I said before we went on camera, I do not take these moments for granted at all.
Hey, can I just say thank you to all of the people that showed up tonight? I love you all. You know who you are. Everybody, I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so, so much for always supporting.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for just coming out and support a real one. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a family, a friend of hers, or someone on my platform, or someone who just randomly clicked on this video on YouTube or Facebook today. You know what I'm saying? Much respect. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And make sure you all buy her album, make sure you all buy her book, make sure y'all order that exclusive jacket of hers that she has. So you already know why, because I said it. Blessing to y'all. Be safe out there. Much love. Salute to you, Queen Raja-Nee.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Be safe and keep in touch now.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace to you, Queen.
Peace.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you again for everyone that was able to tune in to this show today. Um, Benny said, great show. Keith, great show. Meta, I'm sorry, is that how you pronounce it?
Armanette.
Armanette, great interview. Lots of great topics discussed. Yes. Thank you all. Yeah, so again, if you want to find Raja-Nee, you know what I'm saying, make sure you all go and follow her on IG, follow her everywhere on all platforms, order her music, get her book, and everything of that nature in that order. And so and anything else you would like to leave them with today?
Nope. Just trust God. In whatever you do. That's it. Just trust God. He knows
That's
better.
right.
He's the greatest of all planners.
That's right. Amen to that. Trust God. And with that being said, support Raja-Nee. Peace. Enjoy the rest of y'all day and have a great weekend coming up. And again, I appreciate all y'all. Much love. Peace.